What's up, guys? We're back. This is going to be week 8 recap, week 9 preview. Kind of get into it here real quick. Around the league, week 8. First off, sorry for the break there. I did take a week where I didn't have a video. Just got busy with Christmas parties, Christmas stuff rolling around. Yeah, just got busy, so we're back now. Looking at week 8, my team put up a good performance. It was a very high-scoring week around the league. A lot of teams kind of hit their benchmarks for what's now their high-scoring week, I feel like. But yeah, ran into a buzzsaw here again. Seems to be a common theme lately with my team. Put up 331 and lost by 45.5. So Swish Kebabs 376.5. They finally had a good week. Yeah, good to see. Of course, it had to happen against us. Not surprised there one bit. Sorry for the being down on my team. It's just pretty freaking frustrating that I'm gonna get Ja back and this week, and it so happens that Darius Garland has a broken jaw, so he's gonna miss several weeks. Yeah, just frustrated there, I guess. Team struggled all year. Just now we're missing another key piece when one comes back. So pretty annoyed in that respect, I guess. Next matchup, Calversville Flamers won by 103 over the Moscow Muskrats. That's a huge win. Calversville went for the weekly high score. It seemed they were gunning for it. They added a player out of the last game of the week. That was a huge move by Calvertsville to try to solidify themselves as the high-scoring team of the week, and they missed it by half a point. Would have been unbelievable if they played the Swish Kebabs this week, so thankfully they did not for them. And yeah, 103-point win. Can't really knock them. That's just 376 is a lot of points. Albuquerque DEA continues to roll. They beat the Saskatchewan Blue Beavers with a final score of 373.5 to 347. That's a big win. The Blue Beavers, they've been in the 10 spot the last couple of weeks. That's a good week for them. That's a bounce back week that would win you most games. Just so happened this week it did not. Albuquerque looks good as always. Yeah, 7-1 now. They continue to roll. Definitely the best team in the league. It's going to take some moves probably by somebody else's team, or just something has to have changed for that to change. I feel like I mean they're just rolling. Cuckolders won by 4.5 points over Prestige Worldwide. This was a close matchup. This was a good one. Cuckolders won 355 to 350.5. Prestige continues to I don't want to say slide, but not play their best basketball, I feel like. 350.5 and you lose, though. If you're AJ, I guess at that point you're just kind of like, whatever. That'll win you most weeks. Selma Trash Pandas, 363 over the International Pussycats, 341. 22-point win there for Luca and the squad. Good win for Selma. They continue to kind of shift the tide there. They had that week when they just moaned and groaned and got it all out, and now they are winning basketball games. So that's good. Maybe I need to try that, since I had just a positive attitude that I would get Ja back, and now Darius Garland is no longer with the team for several weeks. So that's really, really awesome. Team of the week, Luka Doncic, 64.5 for the Selma Trash Pandas at Portland. That's a typical Luka game, I guess. Not real surprised there. DeMar DeRozan comes in as shooting guard of the week, 50.5 at Milwaukee for the Selma Trash Pandas. Having two guys in the team of the week is pretty good. It's going to help you win, and they're not the only team that did that this week. So, small forward of the week, Kawhi, the Claw, Leonard, 45 fantasy points against Portland in LA for the Swish Kebabs. That's a good game. Small forwards continue to not really be the craziest position. But that's a great night for Kawhi. 45, can't complain there. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 50 versus Chicago for the Albuquerque DEA. There were a few performances that would have passed this. Giannis had one of them against the Pacers, obviously, with his 64-point game. And Keegan Murray had one where he popped off. So 12 threes in a game for Keegan Murray. It was wild to see that. Traded him earlier this year. Shocker. But yeah, Giannis comes in with 50. That gets him Power Forward of the Week for Albuquerque. And your second Swish Kebab of the week, Joel Embiid. No Jokic this week, which is kind of a surprise. 59.5 for Joel at Detroit for the Swish Kebabs. That's a great game for Joel. No real surprise there with Detroit lacking that front court ability. Just size, really. Like, they have the ability there with Jalen, and I think Jalen's hurt, but James Wiseman has been playing some minutes lately. Marvin Bagley, Isaiah Stewart. Like, they've got guys. They're just not going to be able to guard Joel. No one can, except for Joker probably. So let's get into this week's rankings. Number 1 spot, no surprise here, Albuquerque remains. Yeah, don't have much to add there. That's not going to change unless something changes. Like I said, they're the best team in the league. They're probably the favorite to win the title, I would say. And I don't think it's all that close. Number 2 team of the week here is the Selma Trash Pandas. This, I believe, is their highest ranking. They've really started to play better basketball. Luka's continued to shine for them, and they continue to be a tough team to beat. So, number 3 team of the week, International Pussycats. Now, you look at this and you say, well, maybe they had a cupcake schedule. That's what some words have been thrown around like that. I don't think they've had the hardest go about it. I think they've found some matchups on the right weeks, but guess what? That's basketball, man. Like, not every team is going to have their ceiling week, and some teams are going to play teams and they're going to have their ceiling week more often against them, and that's just the way that, like, the ball bounces, no pun intended. Like, I mean, they win. They're 5-3, tied for second best record in the league. That's something to look at. And yeah, I mean, they've done it without LaMelo now, and they've started to play better. It's something to watch. I think they're better than we've given them credit for all year. So I've got the Pussycats in at number 3. Still don't like them, but that's okay. Number 4, the Cuckolders. I continue to be high on the Cuckolders. They've kind of struggled out the gates here, but they're a good team. Don't look away from them. They're a team that's going to end up in the playoffs. It's top 6 teams, and they're going to be one of them. So just be ready for that. Number 5, Prestige Worldwide. AJ, I've got you here right below the Cuckolders. I mean, you guys showed that you're pretty evenly matched, I guess. So 4.5 points was a very close matchup, one that I was looking forward to, and I thought it was pretty awesome. So number 6, Calvertsville Flamers. Wyatt, you continue to climb, man. You were down in the 9-10 spot for weeks. Your managerial abilities and your strategic plans that you seem to have every week continue to improve your spot. You're a team that you can't take as a automatic win, obviously. Like I said, 6 teams make it in the playoffs. I believe you're going to be one of them, just with your ability to continue to add and drop players that you need that week, and they come out and perform for you. So it says a lot. It says a lot that they want to play for you. And Calvertsville continue to climb with spots available above them. Number 7, and this is probably pretty low. They had the most points this week, but this is the Swish Kebabs. No locker room issues, it appears, anymore. But the Swish Kebabs come in at number 7 because, well, I think they're better than they've played. And I think they deserve to kind of sit down here for a little bit until they continue to prove me wrong. Maybe 1 more week, maybe 2 or 3 more weeks, and then they'll start to move up again, obviously, but if they continue to win. Number 8, the Moscow Muskrats. About butchered the name there. Team out of Russia. Just a bad week this week. I I know they're better than what they performed this week, but this week was not good. Only team in the 200s, I believe. So just a bad loss, and that's okay. That happens. You bounce back, you move forward, and you continue to go. Number 9, the Brazilian Tree Frogs. That's my team. Wanted to move myself up this week. Getting Ja back, I thought that was gonna help. Doesn't matter. Already lost another All-Star there. So number 10, Saskatchewan Blue Beavers. They stay at the 10 spot. Both of us are 1-7. I really think we're just 9A and 9B, but you got to give a 9 and a 10 title to somebody. Let's break down the betting board of the week presented by DraftKings here. Selma Trash Pandas are minus 22.5 point favorites over the Brazilian Tree Frogs, minus 250 on the money line, and the Tree Frogs come in at plus 200. Calvertsville Flamers are minus 20.5 on the spread against the Saskatchewan Blue Beavers, who come in at plus 190 underdogs, with Calvertsville holding a minus 220 money line. Cuckolders come in at minus 15.5 favorites. Minus 180 on the money line over the International Pussycats, who come in at plus 150 on the money line. Swish Kebabs, they're laying 19.5 against the Moscow Muskrats. Muskrats come in at plus 190. Swish Kebabs come in at minus 230. So the sportsbook really favors the Swish Kebabs this week. They look to continue to roll. Albuquerque DEA, minus 29.5 point favorites, so about a 30-point favorite over Prestige Worldwide, minus 280 on the money line versus Prestige, and they are plus 220. Upset pick of the week, Moscow Muskrats. I think they look to bounce back. I think this is a spot where they've got a chip on their shoulder after last week, kind of struggling. I think they'll come out ready to go. Lock of the week, Cuckolders, minus 15.5 against the International Pussycats. I do think that they'll continue to go, and I think that they've got a good matchup this week against Pussycats for sure. So I've got Cuckolders as my lock of the week. Upset of the week, I have the Moscow Muskrats. Yeah, so again, sorry about taking off last week. Like I said, just got super busy with work. We were finishing up for the year, and then had a work Christmas party for my wife. So had to do all that stuff, and that's okay. Being busy's good. Being busy's fun. But we're back. We're better than ever. Glad to see that the league didn't burn down a week without the all almighty video of the week. Yeah, looking forward to a good week this week. We haven't had any trades, no big trade blocks, no big trades lately, which is fine. We're a dynasty league. We're going to be around for a long time. I'm sure there'll be some big moves. But guys seem pretty set in who they have and the direction they're going. So it's good to see that. And we'll see if people continue to move in that direction as well. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the 13.5-minute video that I have had your attention for. I'm not going to miss any other weeks. So we will see you next week on the Week 9 recap, Week 10 preview, and hopefully with a guest. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Have a good week this week, and stay safe out there. We'll see ya.